All right. Let's see here. Where am I? What am I doing? Boy, I got here right on the nick of time. Actually, I was late. I see Lori is in the green room. We got Lori, possibly Chuck coming in. I don't know. I haven't heard from him. Haven't heard from Soy Dog. And yeah, I don't know what's up here. Let's see. Carlos is in the house. Carlos is out of quarantine now. Isn't that lovely? Can you guys hear me all right? You should be able to, but because I forgot my headphones, I need to. Maybe I should do this the other way. Well, no, I can't. Because I need to wear my earbuds, which the quality of sound is probably not as good, but you know, what are you going to do when you're a high tech, efficient organization like myself? I'm sitting here with, I don't know, we got to give him a nickname. Tubby Bomb. No, that's not nice. Puff Daddy. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon. We'll call him Puffy Tom. Puffy Tom. Jigglypuff. Okay. All right, let me get settled here. I'll be with you guys in a second. You know how this goes. Let's see here. I don't want to put. Got like a million things going on here. I got a cappuccino today instead of an espresso. I'm using the audio on my phone because the Bluetooth on my laptop doesn't work now, and I don't want to take it into to Mac to Apple because it'll take them like 2 weeks to get it fixed, which is one reason why I almost don't want a Mac now. Anyway, good morning, everybody. His name is Puffy Tom or Jigglypuff. Good morning, good morning. Let me get to my little spiel and everything that I've got here. If I can get to it. What happened here? Let's see. Here we go, yeah. I thought I left that open. All right, we're here. Shit, I didn't check what's the temperature, Tom? It was 79 degrees this morning with like a high of 90. It's 82 degrees right now. Okay, thank you. 82 degrees. Eastern winds at 10 miles an hour. Ooh, humidity 57%. Feel like temperature is 84. And what else? How about the air quality index? You got that on there? The air quality is probably shitty. It's moderate, I think. The weather, imagine if they came on the news and they said, "Hello, everybody. Today's weather, crappy." You know, you had some chick on there, some gorgeous looking girl. Today's weather's boys and girls. Today's weather is going to be crappy. No, I'm saying imagine if they did. All right, listen, I got to back out of here for a second. Hang on. You should still be able to hear me, right? You can still hear me. But this way I get to eat. You don't need to see me shoveling food in my mouth. Tom is checking the air quality. Let's just say that it is moderate to shitty. Air quality is moderate to shitty. The currency, Thai baht currency, the baht is like 30.88 to the dollar right now. At least it was. Okay, it's 72, which is not too bad. It's moderate. What's up for breakfast today? Well, we're having a chicken mushroom pie. And it's pretty damn good. Chiang Mai is the air quality index is 30. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Let's see here. We're going high tech today, baby. Lori will be on with us in a minute as soon as I get done chowing down. In today's stream, we're going to be talking about how good the chicken mushroom pies are at Starbucks. No, we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about the positive direction that Thailand now seems to be heading in, as far as getting getting foreigners back into the country. And the vaccines are coming soon. The quarantine guidelines have been loosened. The tourist businesses that are open should they're still open should now be able to weather the next couple of months. The larger companies at least, and more places are opening slowly, ever so slowly but surely. Thailand is opening again. Some people's version of paradise is opening.
I think there'll be one more cycle of shutdown in a natural, non.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I think there'll be one more, and that's okay.
Puppy Tom is saying that there's going to be another shutdown, another outbreak, and I really hope that there's not. That it doesn't. If there is, it doesn't really cause any chaos here.
I don't think it'll cause chaos. I think people are naturally inclined.
All right.
I don't think it's.
Anyway, slowly, ever so slowly, I'm enjoying my breakfast. It's not going to take very long for me to wolf it down. Normally, I would do this if I was here on time, but somebody was talking to me online. It took me a little longer than I thought, and so here I am, late. Good morning, everybody. We're starting to get a few people in, finally. Tomorrow I leave for the south of Thailand, Hamada, and I'm looking forward to that. But this live stream and all videos that I put up are brought to you by all of your PayPal, Cash App, and Apple Money contributions, my YouTube channel sponsors, and Patreon patrons. If you'd like to help support this channel, take a look at the description below this video window, and it'll provide you with various links to these methods. If you'd like to purchase a t-shirt or a coffee mug, use the code ANALSWAB and receive 20%.
Are you talking about Momo again?
And receive 20% off on all of my t-shirts and mugs. All your contributions go to helping with things like streaming bandwidth, travel expenses, equipment. Like I'm thinking about getting the wireless Go 2, some new microphones, so it'll always have great audio instead of just decent or marginal. Keep watching if you're new to the channel. Please subscribe. Remember to click the notification bell. Also, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. All sorts of new stuff coming up. Like I said, I'm leaving on a jet plane tomorrow morning, late in the morning, and and I'm going to be making a little trek around the south. But let me take a look here. We got to give a shout out today. Chiang Mai is about 120, 121. It's only 30 on the air quality index. It's actually very good. You mean the temperature? Well, maybe. Shout outs. We got to give a shout out today to Johnny Siam, who has had some health issues lately. Last night I got a call from him and several other Aussies. I guess they're prank calling me, which, Johnny's been a little under the weather and he needed a chuckle, so no problem. But a big shout out and get well soon to Johnny Siam. Also to Carl in New York Carl. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. And also to Tim for becoming a YouTube channel sponsor. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Listen, Miami, where I hail from, Miami Beach is a disaster area. because of the party animals that have, they've been cooped up for so long, and now they're able to go party. That a state of emergency was declared over the weekend. Too much partying, they're overwhelmed. But go ahead, contribute, Mr. Puffy Tom. Tom Puffy.
I want to send a shout out, kudos to the sheriff's office and police there for actually enforcing the law when the breakouts happen. Unlike other places like Portland and Seattle.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Which encourage gay subordinates. So,
right.
They're doing a good job in the police departments.
Listen, Florida is not full of the extreme liberals like Portland and all these other places.
I would not be surprised if we found that some of those anarchists, if you want to say that, went to Miami with the intention of starting a coup there.
Well, I'm not going to get into that. Fortunately, the level of chaos has been taken care of. They did shoot some pepper balls, which if you know anything about pepper balls and pepper sprays, pepper balls are really nothing. They just make your throat a little bit dry, but they're not like pepper spray in your face or tear gas. So, and in other news, my younger sister has been vaccinated. She got her first vaccination, so that's good news. So people are getting vaccinated. It is happening. And it looks like the pot of gold is slowly coming into focus at the end of the rainbow. For some people, that means, there he is.
My mom's gotten both of them.
Huh?
My mom's gotten both of them.
Oh, okay, but your mother is older, so.
She's in the first week. Yeah.
Yes, the elderly have been vaccinated. A lot of them have been vaccinated in Florida. I see that Stoner Chuck is with us. We are so lucky. Lori is quite happy because Stoner Chuck is here. He's known as Stoner Chuck because he ate 3 marijuana cookies the first time he's ever tried marijuana. And he got stoned off his ass. And then again, he had 1 and he got stoned. But the first time, he got so stoned he was going to call 911. Because
he got fired from the White House.
Yeah. All right. I'm here. Lori's here. Stoner Chuck's here. I'm almost done. We need to get to it. Let's see. The trip to the South. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the happiness index from the United Nations. Finland has been declared the happiest country in the world for the 4th time in a row, followed by Denmark, Switzerland, and Iceland. The United States is 19. China moved up to number 84 from number 94. Afghanistan citizens are the most unhappy. And guess where Thailand ranks? Happy, smiling Thai. No. Towards the bottom.
Really?
They are number 54.
Out of?
I don't know. So they might be in the middle. So there you go. Now my happiness index has risen because I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. Like I said, I'll be going down to the south. I'll be in Goodby, and I'll be in Pagna. Let me put myself back in here. And I'll be in Pagna. Where else will I be? Cowlock, and maybe Renong. I may be there. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far up, but probably I will. I don't know. I'm going to take my time. And with any luck, 1 or more of my family members is going to be able to meet up with me somewhere along on the trip. I hope so. I don't know. They're all very busy. This is a busy time of the year with Songkran. And my kids are in school and they're studying. They got finals. They got, all kinds of things. Well, actually, the final today is the last day. And I think there are no more finals now. I think they're done. Anyway, so I'm going to be streaming down from a few islands there in the south. And and their respective beautiful beaches, as well as, you know, the towns of Krabi, and be down there in Panga and Khao, like I said, and hopefully I'll get to Renong and some islands in that area or island. Should be fun, and believe me when I say I'm going to isolate, percolate, rest, and relax in as many deserted areas as I can, because it might be the last chance that I get. Uh, so, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me just read some of these comments, and I'll bring our lovely guests in. I'm an essential worker. I can't even schedule an appointment. My sister has been very sick the last 3 days. That's not good. No one, what is this? No one. I think you're wrong about that. I think at this point, if you're vaccinated and you only have to come for a week, I think there's a lot more people that are going to be like, okay, let's do it. I got my first shot. Kathia is 27 degrees, feels like 29, partly cloudy. Wow. So you're in Pattaya, down in your place, spending time with the family, I take it. It must feel good to be out of the quarantine jail. Moderna seems to be taken very well. Arm has some minor dull pain. I think my father took the Moderna as well, and he had some minor pain as well. But, you know, that's kind of to be expected. And, you know, that's not a big deal. So let's hope that that gets better. But let me bring our lovely Lori from Hawaii and lovely stoner Chuck. I don't know where he is right now. But let's bring in Mr. Stoner Chuck and Miss Lori. Yeah, it feels great, eh? I figured it would. Let me put this little thing up here. I got these little things here. I love this. Use the code ANOSWAB and receive 20% off t-shirts and mugs. There's a little banner here. That's nice, huh? It's pretty good. All right, let's bring in lovely Lori and Super Stoner Chuck.
Everybody.
Oh my God, Chuck. Yay.
Very nice, Lori.
Chuck.
The nicest of all your followers.
What about
I have
me?
no followers. Trust me, I have no followers.
I'm getting a follower. Okay, I got you.
And Scott, the meanest.
What? I'm not the mean. You know, this is really people have the wrong impression.
Perhaps constipated. Maybe it's constipation.
Who's constipated? I'm not constipated. Where's that come from? Constipated? We'll be sending a package on Friday. Oh, thank you. Chuck, eat a cookie. Spaceman, how much are you going to donate if he eats a cookie?
Well,
you're telling me to go to the Krabby Adventure Park. You got business to tend to, right?
No. It's about the cookie.
Uh-oh, they're gone.
Problem. Maybe someone wants me to have a cookie, but they made me sick. They made me barf. They made me paranoid. So I gave them to my friend who works at the pizza store, and he was so
gave them away.
Oh my God!
Okay, so Chuck, let me ask you this: because you gave him that little cookie, did he like hook you up with some pizza?
Oh, he gives me free pizza all the time, many times.
Oh, love him. Okay, even better.
Yeah, he's I've known him for a long time, and he's very nice, and he probably gives me free pizza about once a month.
Oh.
One moment, please.
He's very nice.
You guys
because it just made me sick, you know?
Yeah, I saw that it did. Or I saw that video that you said that you were like throwing up and stuff, like you weren't feeling well. So you feeling better now?
Oh yeah, I felt paranoid for about 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. That's why I cannot smoke, because I'm a paranoid stoner. I kind of I don't enjoy it at all.
But it's weird because the first hour and a half, it was fun. It was the funnest time of my whole life, maybe.
Obviously.
But then all of a sudden it just turned. Oh my God, it turned. And I literally had to debate in my brain if everything I was worried about was true. So I just told myself, I said, it's not real. Stop it. Don't call 911. The deductible for your insurance is really high. You cannot do that because of marijuana. You know?
The deductible, the insurance deductible.
If it was urgent care was open, I would have gone in.
It does play a part in the whole scenario.
Okay. Listen.
I didn't forget about the deductible,
Girls
even though I
and
was
boys.
stoned.
There's a lag.
Knock it out.
Chucky?
Go ahead.
Chucky, do you have any
Yes.
of the little chocolates left?
I gave those away too.
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious.
He gave his drugs away. You're a drug dealer. Unbelievable.
Hey, Scott, what did you say was the happiest country in the world?
Finland.
I want to comment about Finland and those Scandinavian countries. So, in my opinion, living
Go
in
ahead.
a cold country would be almost as bad as living in a war zone. So how can it be a
Wrong.
happy country?
Wrong.
That's for
What do you
me.
think? They don't have heaters. They don't have jackets. You think
No,
that,
but
you know,
I don't like cold. I don't
They don't
even like
have-
knowing it's outside. I want to go outside. Okay.
It's you.
And
You're
then-
used to it.
And then I have another comment about that is that, you know how certain countries have a self-identity of what they're supposedly all about? Like Americans think we're the land of the free and we're the most free country in the history of the world. Well, the
Okay,
socialist
yeah.
countries, their identity is socialism. So they just have brainwashed themselves to think that they're really happier. And I don't think they're happier. And I've been to all of those countries. And I tell
think that's
people,
true.
oh, I heard you're the happiest country. And they you know what they say to me? They say, that's bullshit. And they complain about their taxes.
I think
That's it. I just wanted to
Chuck, I
say
think
that.
it's
I'm
bullshit.
done.
Chucky, I think you're wrong, but if you're entitled to your opinion, but I think that's bullshit. I think, listen, I saw the other day they were talking about how they're happy to pay the taxes they do, that they pay, because they actually feel like they get something for their money. Whereas with the United States is giving their fucking money away to everybody and anybody, letting people come in the country and you know, give them hotels and all this other shit. And this all comes from taxpayer revenue.
Scott,
Well,
you're
the
kind
pe-
of,
I mean,
you're kind of breaking up, Scott.
well, the
You're kind of breaking up.
people in those countries, Scott,
a little bit.
told me that they don't want to, they want socialism still. They don't want to be a total capitalist society, but they told me that in the last 10 years, 15 years, that it has gone too far and they want to swing to the middle. That's what they told me. They didn't say,
Sure, I can see
oh,
that.
we want to have no social programs. They said we just gone too far, and our taxes, like their sales tax, is 20%. They want it to be like 12%. They want to go to the middle. That's the people that I met. They want to go more to the middle. They want to be left of center, not left.
Chuck,
That's it.
that's your anecdotal evidence. This is now granted, it's the United Nations.
I told you it's just my
you know,
opinion
this
and
is
my experience.
I understand, and that's what I'm saying. It's only your opinion, and this is an exhaustive. Exhaustive research. So hang on a second. Is it still breaking up?
Little bit, yeah. Or at least on my end. Is it for anyone else? Maybe it's just me.
No. It's breaking up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's better. Got little more crisp,
Fucked up.
but it's still little.
Oh, it's really bad now.
Little.
No, it's
Okay.
it's severely bad, Scott. Sounds like Thomas Edison's first phone call.
Oh, Chuck, I missed you.
No, it really does sound like Thomas
I was
Edison's first
asking
phone call.
Scott,
I'm not
like,
joking, Scott.
What the
Can you
fuck
tell
is
me
going on?
Chuck is going to be coming on?
What was his
I
What was
missed
his
you.
partner that helped him? His assistant?
Who?
Does anyone remember?
Who?
Thomas Edison had an assistant, and he made the first. Oh no, that was Alexander Graham Bell. I'm so sorry, I messed up.
No, I don't recall
Alexander
that.
Graham Bell.
No.
There's a recording of the first call.
All right, can you bastards hear me now?
Oh, very clear, Scott. Very clear. Very good.
Pretty good. Okay, good. What's up with this?
Adam, how are you doing?
Yes.
This is mute.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I started exercising a little bit, so I'm really achy. I walked 10,000 steps today, and I haven't done that in a year, so at least. So
Okay.
I'm a little.
Hands up to you.
I'm a little
because
tired.
I'm hands up to you. Me too. Oh my God. Painful. Good for you.
What is that noise?
Some weird noise.
My balls squeaking
Okay.
together.
Sounds like that.
Well, I
Nice.
think Scott, maybe you need to have a little bit of powder.
Problem with my doodad.
Scott, you need a little bit of powder.
Now, hang on a second. There's a problem with this.
Okay.
I can't get this fucking thing to work. This is the
Oh,
problem with
it's good to see
StreamYard.
you
All right,
guys.
now it should be better.
It's good to see you guys here on here.
Good to see you. Good to
It
see you
is.
there. Sweetheart Cowboy, I was beginning to worry. I was like, what's going on, man? Haven't heard from him in a couple of days. He's like,
I
you know,
was
disappeared. I thought maybe he got COVID.
honest. No. Hopefully, I'm on the hunt. We just became eligible today, as you probably heard. And people over 50 are now eligible. So,
Oh, you're on the hunt for the vaccination.
Indeed. I mean, I have an appointment for one in May, so that's secure. But I want to see if I can get one. The next week. And the thing is, I can't. If I can get the J&J one, I'll get that one. But if not,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. If
I would
not,
prefer that. It's just one.
yeah, it's one and done.
day.
It's a little bit different because it's a DNA shot versus that RNA shot. Not that I know what if there's any big difference to it, but
Well, what is the difference though with those two?
one is DNA based. That's how they it has to do with the manufacturing process, and the other is not taken from those type of cells, something like that. I mean, honestly, I don't know, but anyway, the point is that I'm going back to New York at the end of April. So if I get the Moderna shot too late, like let's say this first week in April or something, I won't be able to get the second shot here in Florida. I'd have to get it in New York, and that might be a little bit more complicated, just because I would need to make sure I'm getting the Moderna shot, for example, up there, and I have to select where that is. Versus, once you get your first shot, you automatically get an appointment for the second shot in the same facility. So, I kind of, I'm not too concerned either way. I can wait till May. It's not a big deal. But if I can get one in the next, week, then I will do it. Carrie is saying Canada's so slow, and he's right. For some reason, Canada just really messed up with their distribution of this vaccine in a bad way. They're really behind. We're on a roll right now. I mean, and they said we'd get it by March. You'd get there. A huge influx of vaccines came in, and then I think by May 1st, we want to have everyone who wants a shot eligible to get the shot. So,
Sure.
and that'll be good, and then we'll see what happens. That's really what I'm waiting for, is to see what happens
Yeah.
in October, as far as for me, personally, when I want to get back to Thailand, what the situation is going to be. I mean, it's so fluid; it keeps changing, every week. So we'll see.
Well,
Okay.
Yes, Lori.
I have to say, hang on a second. We'll get to you, Lori. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got to say this because I'm holding somebody's phone here,
Oh.
not mine. We're talking about how vaccinations. Thailand really hasn't even started, aside from about 62,000 or so, and they're supposedly something like, how many millions of the Sinovac? 2 million or 20 million? Is it 20 million?
It could be 20. They got 60.
They just ordered a bunch more of the Sinovac, and the thing is that the Sinovac, the effectiveness is only supposedly 50%, versus Pfizer, which is 95%, Moderna, which is 94%, and even Russia's Sputnik is 92%. So Johnson & Johnson is 66%, and AstraZeneca is 70%. So give me the Pfizer or Moderna, please. That's what I want here, and I'll pay for it. But they're not available. You can't get them. However, nevertheless, they are going to reduce the quarantine time. So let's get to Lori here and let her speak, because she had her hand up like a good little student.
Sorry,
in the back
I took that from Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Chuck taught me that. Okay, so getting on that, which vaccine to take and stuff, like my mom, who's gonna be 93, she got the Moderna, and for us essential workers, for a very popular, highly populated type of business, as an employee, we were only able to get the AstraZeneca.
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 US
And
yet? I thought it wasn't in the USA yet.
and to this day, it's been over a week that I've been trying to make an appointment to see them, to get vaccinated, because we're essential workers. We're actually critical essential. We're on like one of those critical ones.
Lori, you are essential.
Yeah, and they still they don't have enough.
Yeah,
And
it's very difficult here in Florida.
Do I get considered as an essential worker because I do streams and I keep people entertained for a short period of time, and I keep their happiness level up?
Yeah, like mine.
Give them close to bed or whatever. Do I consider an essential worker by the government?
Yeah. They're still having, Lori, they're still
mental health or illness.
Yeah.
They're still having issues. They're still having issues everywhere. The demand is far exceeding the supply. So
yeah, but you know what? Just to like interject, that's why a lot of people at my workplace are not working. They're taking a pay cut. They are not being, however, they are getting their medical, but they're not getting a medical or their pay, because a lot of them live, especially here in Hawaii. A lot of people here live with their parents who are elderly. A lot of them, that's part of our culture here,
Extended
that's just what we do here. You take care of your parents, regardless. And and a lot of them have been denied to take the vaccine, but however their parents got it. But we still can't even get a schedule. There's like a glitch constantly. There's a glitch in the system. I've been
Yeah.
trying for the last like 2.5 weeks since I got back, and there's constantly a glitch. So it's a little unorganized, and you
Can I
know.
just be blunt?
Sure. Yeah. No,
I
I'll
think
get off. Let me off.
the people in the government are sorry, people, if you work in the government, but in the U.S. government or any other government that might be along the same lines, the people who are in power, they're intelligent in the fact that they decided to become someone who tries to get elected or gets elected. They're intelligent enough to know that once they get in, then they've got a hell of a lot of power. They can do all kinds of things. But I don't think that necessarily makes for a good leader, just being able to be elected. And I think some of these people, they need to get the fuck out of Dodge just to help the people. They need to let somebody else get it. It's like put Rufus from down the street on Crack Alley, in
Or
power, and
just
let
or
Rufus.
just like remember where you came from, Just
Can't hear you.
remember where you came from. Big
What?
time. Just remember where you came from. You're someone's daughter, you're someone's aunt, you're someone's, whatever. Like
No, but here's the thing:
don't forget where you come from.
the people who run the government, I think they only care about themselves and what they want, and they're not necessarily fit for duty, so to speak. They could do a better job. Listen, get people who are highly qualified. I just have my doubts. It's like how do some of these people get in and then they stay in for fucking 50 or 60 or 70 years?
Absolutely,
I mean, it's
Scott.
ridiculous.
I totally agree.
Well,
Don't you agree, Adam? Don't you agree, Soy Dog?
Well, yeah. I agree with Scott too. This should be term limits, which would be great. But look, again, this is brand new. This
Yeah.
pandemic thing. We've never been through this really. I mean, the
Sure.
last time was what 1910. Whatever it was.
Okay,
So
we've been through riots before.
no, I know
We've
that.
been
I'm just
through-
saying about
we've been
trying
through
to
protests.
trying to mass inoculate the world.
I'm not talking about that though. That's one aspect of it. I'm talking about a lot of the other things, like you got people protesting and they're doing things that are criminal. They're breaking the law. They're stealing. They're robbing. They're doing all kinds of things, and they get away with this shit.
Well, yeah, I mean this. I see that you definitely see. I don't agree with that.
Where's the culpability?
Again, Scott. I mean, it really it depends. I mean, people do get arrested if but there are those that are don't. Or look, you see this even with the storming the Capitol. That's I mean, it's considered treason. And we'll see how many. We'll see in the end how many really get prosecuted. I know they arrested a bunch. We'll see what happens. But listen, for me, I think those are all distractions from the bigger picture here of getting everyone vaccinated. That we can.
And here's the thing: everybody will get vaccinated eventually. Some places it's more difficult; they're having more problems than others, right?
Yeah.
But after that, you can't just allow some of the shit going on in these places to continue. Why is it that you can put National Guardsmen in let them sleep on the wherever the hell they're sleeping, in a garage or something like that, and you got people from another country who have never paid into the system, who are not citizens, they have no right to be in our country, and they're putting them up in freaking hotels. Something's wrong with the system.
No. Wait, they're putting them up in hotels on the country's expense, or is it on their expense?
It's a government expense. It's not the people coming in. They ain't got a pot to piss in. They don't have a pot to piss in, most of them.
Listen, Scott, we have an issue with the homelessness, and they're putting them into hotels. But I've seen what it's like in those hotels, and it's not like you going and staying in a hotel. It's a nightmare. And no one wants to be there. And listen, and Scott, we're a different type of country. We're built on immigration.
Yeah, well, that's why we're fucked up right now. We're too different. There's something said for some of these countries getting it right. You don't just let people cross your border and come in whenever the fuck they want to. I mean, it's just that simple. Imagine if all of Burma came into Thailand.
I like Canada and Australia's immigration policies. I think they're very moderate and balanced and healthy.
Hello, Richard.
And their satisfaction level
to you, sir.
Countries.
And Tony, I gotta say, Choke
Chuck, what is their policy, Chuck? What is their policy?
Well,
I'm like totally
they have zero illegal immigration because of the fact that businesses get a strong penalty, and they have to check everybody through the database. We have a thing in the USA called E-Verify, but we don't require companies to use that.
Yeah.
So the Australians are very nice. They just set their limits of how many people can come.
Yeah, but Australians have no problem sending people back.
And their rules, and it's hard to get a job in Australia if you pay your visa. So it's very moderate, but they're very diverse. They have.
But isn't Australia a good place to get a? But isn't Australia a great place to, like, if you're young and you want to travel there, and you can just get like a 3-6 month work visa?
Yeah, that's not illegal. Yeah, you can get that. But I'm talking about their immigration policies.
Okay.
They have a lot of immigration, but they have almost zero illegal immigration. Because they're strict with a smile.
Trying to stay focused here, and I got him talking in my ear over here. All right.
I consider
Tony, I want to listen. Let me speak, please.
Go for it.
All right, we're all talking over each other, and
no, go.
It's hard to understand what's going on. I can't even understand what the hell's going on. Not that I ever do, but Tony, I want to say thank you, Choke D, for the super chat. Good luck for you all day, all night, all the good night, all the day. Choke D, I really appreciate that super chat, and that will be going towards my my trip and my expenses and everything else. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Longhorn says that is not immigration. Allowing people to come through a border. What the fuck was that wall built for? To just say, oh, we're going to stop now. Sorry, let them all come in now. I understand you got to be gentle with the children and you have to be considerate and think about and use logic. But it seems like our government doesn't know what the fuck logic is. And it's not just our government. It's governments in general. And I wish I had a perfect example of that, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like, no, cannot. Why can't you? It's like saying to somebody who's got a McDonald's burger and they go, please don't put tomatoes on there. Cannot. You must have tomato. No, don't put the fucking tomato on when you're building it. Don't put the tomato on. Cannot. Why not? Cannot. It's the same fucking mentality that the U.S. government has. And they're doing it for a reason. There's some kind of underlying reasons that they are falling back on to justify everything. But like when I see it now, listen, he said it a while back that America is dead. And I said, well, America as we know it is dead. The America I grew up in is no longer. It's gone. Okay?
America's always changing.
I didn't say that, Chuck. I wasn't saying anything about it changing. It has changed already to the point of almost no return. Let them allow all these people from Nicaragua and Honduras and Mexico and all these other fucking countries to come into the country with their MS-13 and all these other kind of shit that they're doing. Let them stay and watch what happens to America. And you're already seeing what's happening to all these places like San Francisco, Oakland, New York, Los Angeles, Portland, Chicago. I mean, it's like, and the thing is like Longhorn said, the people voted these people in. The problem is there's something with the system that's not working now. There's not enough qualified people, or the people that we have are They're just not good enough. They're not doing a good enough job. Very few places are doing a great job.
I love the way America is. I just want to make some minor changes and adjustments that are in the middle and moderate.
I need to say
nothing
something
too far left or right.
I don't think that it's like America is totally screwed. What I think is that there's enough bad apples, the 20% that are bad, or whatever you want to say it is, 2%, 10%, whatever you want to say. I'm sure Chuck can come up with an exact percentage because he always likes to do that. But whatever the percentage is, it's too high. There's too many fucked up areas in America now. I don't want to live there. I don't want to go back and live in America. No way.
I want to deport all the criminals, even DUI.
Well, how are you going to know if they're a criminal? Let me just say something.
Police record.
Chuck, here's the thing. No, they crossed over into the United States illegally. They're a fucking illegal.
I don't mean that kind of crime. I'm talking about violent
well, that's crime.
Theft.
I'm just telling
you, if they get a speeding ticket or a parking ticket, I don't want to kick them out. But if they did spousal abuse, armed robbery, theft.
Yeah, but how are you going to know that if they're coming into the country and they're sneaking into the goddamn country or they're not reporting to court?
Well, because I want to use E-Verify so that if they sneak into the country, they can't get a job.
E-Verify? These motherfuckers can't even.
And then they won't come. No, they won't come if they can't get a job.
You going to put the wall up?
They won't come if the word gets out that they can't get a job. They would stop coming.
The thing is, how are
you going to stay if you can't get a job? You wouldn't stay.
Because there's always somebody who's going to hire him, Chuck. There's other. Let's say that a group of
not if the penalties were really high.
Let me finish. If a group of Mexicans, let's say 100 Mexicans, comes into the country, and there are other Mexicans who are running the show, and they know they can make a buck. They know they can make extra money. They know they got hard workers. And let's face it, some of these people are willing to do jobs that Americans don't want to do. They'll hire them. And you know what? They'll do exactly what they do now. They'll use spotters. They'll get people on the inside to tell them when there's going to be raids, when things are going to happen. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to continue. Fix the system. The system is fucked up. The system is broken. Excuse my French. The system is broken. Hello to you all, Richard says. Chuck, what do you love about America?
Oh, I love many things. I love that you can make good money. I love that it's a meritocracy. I love the diversity of America. I want more diversity than even now. I love immigration. I want to triple immigration. Triple it. We do 1 million a year. I want to raise it to 3 million a year. But I want it to be legal immigration, and I want to do merit-based immigration.
You can't deport criminals. This isn't on the stream title. Actually, the stream title is about how they're reducing. We're having shorter quarantine times and no fit-to-fly certificates now, which is fantastic. Now, the one thing that I would say...
It's not going to change tourism, because still not enough. But it's good.
A little bit. Think about it. Wait a minute.
It's good.
You're talking about we're talking about a 1 week quarantine instead of 2 week. Are you telling me now that you won't come if it's a 1 week quarantine?
I'll come because I'm not a tourist. A tourist, is coming for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they're not going to give up 10 days of their 14-day vacation to sit in a hotel. So, until that changes, tourism is not going to return to the levels that they want it to. I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong, by the way.
Adam,
I'm just saying
what's wrong with so Adam, what's wrong with sitting 2 weeks in a hotel? I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm being facetious.
Hey, listen, if you're an introvert, I have no issues with this.
It's horrible. It really is. It's not good actually for your mental being, to be like isolated like that for that amount of time. It wasn't.
Imagine being in jail then.
Yeah, it wasn't healthy. And then on top of that, having just with my own personal experience, it's very far and few between, I'm sure. But it was just not a good experience. It was very
There you go.
unhealthy, actually.
I agree.
I
It's not.
If you're
It's
dreading
not.
the quarantine, Mr. Mitch, then just wait until the quarantine is lifted. Now, this is what I'm going to say. The quarantine, you guys
The
can do
quarantine
it.
is easy. It's
Let
the
me-
food you gotta deal with. Okay, sorry, Scott. Okay, sorry.
The quarantine, it's all
Shut
right.
up.
The quarantine, while it is problematic, of course, let me tell you something. There's something else that people forget about. You get vaccinated, you still need the COVID insurance.
Yeah.
$1,200 for a year. Okay,
Yes, it
for a couple of
is.
months, it's not that bad. It's like
And it's $100
$150.
for 2 weeks.
Still an additional expense.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
Not
And
Listen.
I think there's another issue, Scott, is that when you get to Thailand, at least for me, it's probably too boring. There's not much to do. That's an issue for me. If I go around and people are not going out and doing things,
Oh, just call some of your little friends up, Chucky, and they'll come over, or you go see them. You have a little party somewhere. You'll be all right. The bars are still open. Some of the bars are open.
Yeah, but it's
Steven,
not
how you
that
doing?
it's not that busy. So
it would have been different, I think, if you were to not be like quarantined in Bangkok for 2 weeks and then end up your whole another month in Bangkok, like how I did, like for 45 days. I think if you would have traveled to different areas, but because my funds were very limited because it was so expensive to do
Yes, but I don't know about the window.
the trip, that I didn't do this, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because of the aftermath of having not been released from flying. I didn't get an okay from flying. I had to stay a few more days, and that was way more of an expense for me. So, it was, I think if you were to do quarantine here in Bangkok and then travel throughout, I think it's good. I think it's very good. I would have done that. Next trip, I will do that. I think that's the best thing.
Chucky?
yeah, what does that mean?
Longhorn says you are an old man. Just how hopping do you need the place to be? Like how busy?
But I don't
You going
live
out
like an
dancing?
old, I don't live like an old man.
Huh?
He's young. That's not.
I live the same as I did as when I was 21.
You're doing the same things as when you were 21?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking scary, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm saying,
I
didn't get in trouble when I was 21, and I don't now, but I still go out and do things, and I have many friends, and
What about you, Soy Dog Cowboy? Are you doing the same things you did when you were 21?
No, 21 though.
Are you going out partying as hard as you used to? Because I sure in the hell am nowhere near where I used to be. I don't want to
party hard, Scott.
That's not where my interests lie right now. So when I go to Thailand, but I just enjoy being there and learning the language. What's that?
Where do your interests lie? In cultural activities? In
pretty much
human relations?
I learning language and doing all those things that
I know you like the language.
Yeah, so that keeps me entertained, so to speak. But again, it's not so awful. Like I missed a year. Usually, I would be there, but I'm not. It's not a big deal. I'm hoping that when October rolls around, that there'll be no quarantine, or maybe 5 days at the most. And I can deal with that. But again, there's a difference between tourists and long-term stayers, where I can give up 5 days if I'm there 6 months.
Well, what are you going to do when you come in, or what kind of visa are you going to come in on?
Because you need, because they're getting rid of the special tourist visa after July. which is surprising. I thought that was going to be a permanent thing.
And that special tourist visa is the 45-day one. Is that what that one is?
You can basically send it to 9 months. You get it's 3
Oh,
months,
okay.
and then you get to
3
extend
months,
it
3 months,
twice.
3 months.
Got it.
They're discontinuing that in July, I believe, of this year. At first I thought that was a good visa, and I still do, because their target was snowbirders, people that want to leave their countries during the winter and come play somewhere warm, and Thailand would be that. The negative side of that is that they required not only the COVID insurance, which I get, but they require you to have health insurance, and travel insurance is not going to cut it for them. And that's really where I find it to be a little bit of a headache. I would go to World Nomads and just get my travel insurance. They would cover me for my entire trip. It was very reasonable, but that's not going to satisfy the Thai government. They want you to have, a traditional health insurance policy, and mostly, they prefer it from a Thai company, because they could put that into the system in the airport. Which I can get. AXA has finally developed a website where it's just click it, buy it. But it's a pain. In the end, I'm going to get an OA visa. I'll have to get the criminal background check and get health insurance and COVID insurance through AXA. My costs will go up because of that, but I'm willing to pay it.
So that's the normal retirement visa, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Listen,
so
I gotta read these comments.
So is that
It's
your
still going to be good for. It's
I
still
gotta
going to be
read
good for
these
a year.
comments, please.
Please do.
I have to read the comments. I want to get through them because some people are making comments,
Knock
and
it
it's
out loud.
15 minutes later. I don't want to be reading them out. They're gone already. Chuck can have one of his buddies volunteer to do the ASQ with them. That's an idea, Chucky. If you want to,
it's a great idea. But they don't allow that.
Well, and you know what? Here's Richard. Maybe Richard is somebody that you might consider, Chucky. You guys are friendly. What are you doing, Chuck?
Oh, I'm pouring some water into a glass. See, Arrowhead water.
Stoner Chuck is Stoner Chuck no more. He's back to being chubby Nick Nolte.
No, I'm on a diet, Nick Nolte.
Well, let me just say this: the peace and listen to this. The peace and happiness of Thailand, in contrast to America and chaos, is 100% worth any quarantine. Then why aren't you here, Andrew?
That was for me.
I mean,
that was my sense. Yeah. I'd rather be like a little bit under a little bit of constraints in Thailand versus being here. But you should be here. So why aren't you here?
That's the question.
It takes a little leap, and it takes a little bit of investment.
Andrew, you've been saying it's paradise, it's this, it's that, and I know it's a pain in the ass to get in here, but
Yeah, no, it takes.
Oh yeah, okay. You're dating a Vietnamese woman right now. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Oh.
Ryan just got out of it.
You didn't say that before, man. So now it's 3 months in, you're in love, and you're not going to go to Thailand because of that. You're gonna.
And how are you even getting into Vietnam? Because Vietnam,
it's not that bad right now.
Scott, hold on. Vietnam, you can't even travel to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Even still.
Right.
There's no, unless you're embassy or you're some kind of government worker, you can't even go into Vietnam. So
He's
I don't know what you're saying.
He's in Vietnam now. He's been in
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Probably been in Vietnam
for like a year or something.
Yeah,
he
never came into Vietnam from after the COVID started, because there's no way he would have been in Vietnam.
We've lost our two people. They're like, we're looking at the wall right now. Yeah, he says I'm dating a Vietnamese woman. I just, yeah, okay. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Vietnam. I mean, to be honest,
No,
Vietnam's got its
love
own
Vietnam,
culture and
right?
it's a lovely place. And
Yeah,
Thailand has its own culture and it's a lovely place. They
I
all have
agree.
their strong points and they all have their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. For as gung ho as you are about Thailand, Andrew, um, it's paradise here after all. Now you're telling me it's about a woman. It's all about a woman. Well, I mean, bring her here. Do what you got to do, man.
More than a woman.
Yeah, and all to
I
you.
left
For a
ASU
woman,
More
30
all
than
years
to
ago.
you.
Last days were the worst. Lori likes constraints. Did I hear that right? I don't know because it's hard for me to hear amongst the music and the chattering and my own brain going a million miles a minute. And it's funny now, Stephen. Or Andrew, rather, we don't hear back from you after I give you a little bit of I razz you a little bit. We don't hear about, well, why aren't you coming here with the girl, or why aren't you just coming here and she'll wait for you, or why is it that you don't answer? Congratulations, Ryan Sandor. Enjoy yourself. You've earned it. Just like Carlos, he's now out. Just like Lori was in, she's out. Just like my compadre sitting next to me, who had to come in, he's out. Sorry, could not restraints. Could not resist. Oh, I think he was joking, Lori. That's all.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Lori
no,
thinks
yeah.
restraints. I mean constraints. She likes restraints. Yeah, that sounds personal.
You like restraints.
Cat.
So
Yeah.
does Chuck, Stephen. There you go, Mitch. I look forward to visiting Vietnam someday.
Thank you, Longhorns.
Pork rhino, LOL. All right. You see now, Andrew, he doesn't want to answer. And you know what, Andrew, you got a minute to answer. I'm going to give you a minute. Chuck, at least you could vacuum as you walk around. I like your watching. I like your watching and commentating. What? I'm staying in Vietnam right now because it's good weather and the girl is cool. Wait a minute, I thought it was paradise here, man.
Well,
I mean,
at this point, it's like whatever rocks your boat.
no,
Do
listen,
you
no. There's a
for
reason
him,
for all
for
this.
Andrew?
There's a reason
That
for all
was a
this.
message to Andrew.
There's a
Right?
reason.
Whatever rocks your
There's a
boat.
reason for all this.
Oh, okay.
He has come in here before and professed his undying devotion to Thailand and how much he loves it in paradise, and he won't leave. He wants to leave Vietnam and come over here, but it's such a hassle to get into Thailand. And now he's saying, well, some chick is cool, and so I'm going to stay there, and he doesn't want to come here. So it kind of defeats logically, it doesn't make sense. It defeats your argument.
Well, it's probably
Thailand is
because
paradise in contrast to America. Vietnam is also paradise. You didn't say that before.
oh,
You were
well,
there because you had to be there. That's what it is. So you're not coming over. Why don't you bring the girl here? Stephen
is
wants
it
to make sure Lori
because
knows that he was kidding.
yeah,
He was
no,
joking.
Steven,
He's
I
joking.
know. I
He's not,
adore you. I know
he's not that
you're not
thin-skinned.
like creepier. I know, Steven, thank you. But to Andrew, it's more like, are you like, what's your mission? Like, what's your dream? What
Well, that's a good question because
what
I would
is your
never ask him
goal?
that.
What is your goal as far as like coming here?
I would never ask him that.
Are you just trying to? Are you
He's on a
pussy whip?
month-to-month visa there. That's what he's doing. He's a young guy who
Sounds
doesn't
like
want
it.
to be
Yeah,
America.
little bit
Just-
p whipped. Little bit p whipped. I gotta say.
Bring a girl to Thailand, blasphemy. Well, yeah, but listen, if she's that great, that she's going to prevent him from coming over here, and it's paradise here, like you said before. I just find a lot of his logic to be so far. I don't know how to say it. Just the only way it's inconsistent. That's a nice way of saying it. It's only consistent when he has, for whatever reason he wants at the moment. In high school, I had a pair of dice hanging from my rear view mirror.
Mitch, how many people have that? And how many people would even admit it to this day? So honor you, honey. I hear you.
Go back to the immigration topic, yeah. Well, the good thing is that the Fit to Fly has been waived as well. For those people who have been vaccinated, it's only 7 days quarantine, and if you haven't been vaccinated, it's 14 days. However, if you have one of those pesky little mutated viruses, like from South Africa, you still got to quarantine for 14 days. What?
Thai government website, March 1st, says the 55 certificate is required.
That's March 1st. This is the fucking 22nd, 23rd. This just happened yesterday, and it starts April 1st. Yes. No, I'm not chasing women. I came to Southeast Asia and was amazed at the weather, beaches, low cost, and friendliness. How old are you, Andrew? I'm just curious. That's what he says. I'm not chasing. I came for and was amazed at the weather, the beaches, low cost, and friendliness. Low cost? Yeah, I think. Yeah.
It's not low cost.
It was a play on Paradise, Pair of Dice. Oh, I got it. The Fit to Fly was the most annoying part of the whole entry process. 35.
Yeah, it was.
No, but
I agree. I
have to
agree.
have it within a certain period.
There's a COVID certificate. Two different things.
Right.
The COVID certificate, the best way to do that is to get a non-PCR test and then doctor it to say PCR.
I don't want to go with it. I don't give a fuck.
It's impossible to follow their rules. You can't get the test within 3 days of departure.
I want what Lori is having. I want a fucking chocolate chip, granola, peanut butter, ganja cookies. What I want. Jesus, Chuck.
I'm actually
Chuck gave them away.
I'm actually cooking Japanese curry.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
With ganja?
No, I don't.
Is it an edible?
I can't. I'm like Chuck. I'm like a mess with ganja.
Chuck, I can't do it. You only had the 3 cookies and you had 1 cookie. Did you do it afterwards?
Huh?
Did you do it again afterwards? You had the 3 cookies, and I know you had a little episode, and then you had the 1 cookie. What happened after that? The 1
I didn't
cookie.
really have a paranoid episode, but I didn't.
That would be me too.
I felt a little bit paranoid. I just thought, I don't really care for this.
Yeah. No, I can understand that because as I got older, I didn't get much enjoyment out of smoking weed. And that's one reason why I was like, I don't care about it. And in the beginning, when I was younger, it was a social thing because me growing up, in South Florida, there was Colombian gold, there was, Peruvian pink flake, there was, all kinds of drugs. And the younger, my generation, it was always around. It was everywhere.
Talking about my generation.
You don't even get one of those online singing courses, sort of cowboy. You can get the online language. I understand that. That's cool. But the singing course, that's what you need.
What was the song you said?
We want to hear a full song from you.
In the beginning of the people.
Demonetized. Ask Chunky Cookie Dr. Chuck. No, Chuck, listen, Chuck, you know what? I mean, I joke, but it's good. If you don't feel good, having 1 or 3 or 20 or whatever it is, then just say no. Yeah, definitely. I think it's good. You tried it. You did your thing. Not your thing,
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
I want to give everybody an update on LA. 60-second update. Okay. Cases are down 98%. 43% of adults have been vaccinated.
And is Newsom gone?
Shockingly, don't let me finish. Cases like in the last week have been averaging 392 per day. And shockingly, Gavin Newsom and Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, said that things are going so well, they think they're going to have no restrictions in about 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, they better hurry up.
And they publicly,
wanna stay in power.
Garcetti said publicly that the herd immunity is between 55 and 70%.
What is a herd immunity? What is?
It just
what
means
exactly is
there's a
that?
term called dead end host. A dead end host is someone that has antibodies from COVID.
Please.
And
Jesus Christ.
So looking for Jonathan.
it's someone that has
Hey, Chuck.
Hello.
antibodies or they're vaccinated.
Thank you.
The virus cannot spread anymore if someone is already vaccinated.
It's just a motley crew, boy. We're a motley crew.
And that's it. Done.
Now, go ahead, sing some Motley Crue, Soy Dog Cowboy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will if you want me to.
What are the red marks on the wall, Chunky Chuck?
Those are all the places that I've been to.
Oh, the places that you've been to.
They're tax. There's some tax. That's not red marks.
Chucky, tell us the real reason for those little sharp objects on the wall.
See? Antarctica, Latin America, USA.
They're not a Fusilli Jerry, are they?
Did you enjoy yourself at every little red mark, Chucky?
Oh, gosh.
Australia.
All right. Newsom is just lying his ass off because he is gone.
Oh, I think he's paranoid now. Seriously, but you know what? Do any of you know how the recall?
Chuck paranoid. Wait. Chuck paranoid.
How does the recall work in California? Ask if anyone in the audience knows how the recall works.
Fucking, I'm gonna just start fucking muting everybody. Isn't there a little thing where like one person's talking and it like automatically does it to where nobody can talk over them? I thought StreamYards has that.
Maybe.
Now I forgot what the fuck I was.
You can do that.
Is Tom your Guillermo? No, I think Chuck is my Guillermo.
I love
Guillermo
so much.
Kimball or something like that.
Enjoy the platform.
Oh yeah, Motley Crue. You're gonna sing Motley Crue? Do you know any Motley Crue songs?
Do I know any Motley Crue songs?
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, they were an enormously popular band.
They still are, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are. Although, you know, again, it's mostly, what am I saying? It's mostly
glam rock.
Yeah, you know, it's like old. You know, I'd say they're doing nostalgia shows, things like that. You know, it definitely is not you know what they when I'm saying like what they what am I trying to say? You know what they used to be. You know when they were coming out with new stuff. You know.
Yeah, they're fucking old now. I mean, you know, that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
they are.
They're
old. You know, listen. I mean, look at Mick Jagger. What is he like? 84 now, and he's prancing around, you know, singing "I Can't Get No Satisfaction." Sometime in your 84 years, you had to have gotten some satisfaction. I mean, you know.
It's true.
Think about that. I mean, look at Axl Rose now. He
looks terrible.
He looks terrible. Looks like shit. And he sounds like shit now.
Yeah,
but I do have a story, and I've told this before. Is that I think it was after the first album. My buddy is from Charter Oak. What the fuck is it? I think it's Charter Oak. He went to Charter Oak High School or something like that. And he went to school with Tommy Lee's sister, whose name is, what the fuck is her name? It's a weird name, like Venus or some shit like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Wait,
Athena.
Scott.
It's
Scott,
Athena.
Scott, can you hold on for a second? Can I just chime in?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, so,
okay.
Mr. Mitch, you made a comment about rumor has it StreamYards is working on an app where the viewers can mute anyone on the panel. I can't wait for that.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Mitch?
Yeah, they're just unclear what he means by that.
Oh, Lori wants some clarity. He's talking about the host. He wants to mute the host.
Got it.
Oh, God. Steven, thank you very much for the super sticker. Choke E, thank you. You're gonna have to wait a second, Chuck.
Okay.
Your contribution is greatly appreciated. I really do appreciate it, and especially sometimes I think we come across as, I don't want to say idiots, but we're babbling sometimes, and it's like we're all trying to get our and it is online, so cut us a little slack. And I mean, I know, like for me, I start getting frustrated because I'm sitting here trying to speak, but I understand that there is a lag, and you got 4 people, and so it means we can mute y'all. I was joking, Lori.
Cool.
Sarcasm. He was being sarcastic, is what he was doing. Tom is going to the potty. He's going to the little boy's room. Oh, ATM machine.
It's not open yet.
What the hell was I? Oh, I was in the middle of my goddamn story. All right, please let me just finish this. All right, Chuck's eating again. Can you stop slobbering into your microphone, please? Wait a minute. All right, go ahead.
Scotty, this is about you.
Yeah.
Okay. I found your stuff today that you have for sale.
I can't hear what the fuck you're saying.
I found your stuff that you have for sale.
Yes.
Your, merchandising stuff,
Yes.
And it's really cool.
Well, thank you, Chuck.
And I bought some.
You're not just saying that?
No, I bought some. Why the hell would I buy it if I didn't think it was cool? But
I
my
know
favorite is
he
the coffee
did buy.
mugs.
He bought 2 coffee mugs. Thank you.
The designs are so cool, and the coffee mugs. Oh my god!
I did really like that particular design. There's only one flaw that I saw on my logo, and it doesn't have that website address on it. But I don't care. Listen, if I was a marketing genius, I'd probably be, I'd be wearing different clothes. I'd be walking around different. I'd have a couple gold chains on my neck. I'd have some diamonds. I'd be wearing the bling bling, But it's not my nature, I mean, a little bit is okay, but at the end of the day, listen, I'm actually thinking about taking the monetization off. I want to see how much I've averaged in the past few months for my advertising revenue. And at least temporarily, I'm thinking about just taking it all off so there's no ads, no nothing. Because it's a pain in the ass. It gets in the way of stuff, But anyway, now what the hell was I saying before I was so politely interrupted? I love the whole hold up your hand. Yeah, Athena was her name. My friend was friends with her, and he got to know Tommy Lee when Tommy Lee was young, and he was playing drums from a young age, and they got to know each other. They weren't fantastic friends, but they did get to know each other. And so one day, he used to tell me, "Oh, Tommy this, Tommy that," and he had like, what was the hell was the name of that one? She Got the Looks That Kill. He had the demo of that song and a couple other songs. He had the demos, and he was like, "We got to listen to these demos, man." It's like, all right. And I didn't think Motley Crue was all that back then. I was like, yeah, whatever, But he goes, "Hey, one day we'll have to meet Tommy, I was like, yeah, okay. And then sure enough, one night, I had some of the white powder, the magic white powder, back when I was doing that stuff back in the day. And what do you call that? Colombian, Peruvian marching powder, something like that. I had some of that. I had like a quarter ounce of it, which is not a small amount. And he goes, "Tommy's around. We should go out." And I said, "Okay." So we all met up at my buddy's house. His parents weren't home because they used to run an arcade, and so they were always at the arcade. So we hung out there for a while, and then we drove around in Tommy Lee's Corvette. It was 3 guys all smushed into a Corvette, and we drove around all night, high as hell. And then the next day we did the same thing. And then that was it. See you later, Tommy. He was gone. He went on to big stardom. And
Well, I'll tell you, speaking of big, if you remember when the infamous sex tape came out with Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee's schlong was like,
you thought that was big?
What? Oh my God! Everyone was talking about it. It was insane.
Wow.
It was insane. You're like,
I didn't think it was that big.
It was enormous. You're like, makes you think. You're like,
what happened to Lori?
She probably went to the bathroom or smoke or one of those things,
How do you?
She did say she needed to take.
How do you know how big Tommy Lee's penis is?
Because one of the most famous sex tapes ever came out with Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson.
I didn't think his dick was all that big. I thought it was good size, but I didn't think it was massive.
It was big. I'm telling you, it's widely available on the net. Take a look. What?
I'm not going to go back and watch it just to see. I believe my own perception at the time. I thought, yeah, he's pretty big, but good size, ample girth.
Well, I can tell you that I ain't competing with it,
Well, you ain't got Pamela Sue Anderson now either, do you? But you know what? Nowadays, that's probably a good thing.
Well, not to see. Yeah, she had her implants removed, and she's kind of moved away from that.
I think her whole life has been something where she's a commodity, and I think she knows that. And now she's at the point she doesn't give a fuck. But wasn't she in that movie with Sacha Baron Cohen when he went to go find the lovely CJ?
Yeah,
it was in what was the name of that movie? The Kyrgyzstan one or whatever it was.
Borat.
Borat. Yeah, he was in that, and he went and met her, and he tackled her. He's like Pamela or whatever, CJ. And he went and tackled her. She didn't know about it. She didn't know who he was or anything.
But that's how they do their engagement there. Yeah. Have you? That's how they do their engagement there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They go and they tackle
the They almost kidnap
I wish I would have
them.
known that when I was younger.
It's like they kidnap the woman, and then they bring them to the guy's house.
Right. They have sex with them.
It's kind of a
shit. I mean, it is their culture.
With him.
It's their culture. Listen, if I was, 21, 22, had a little bit of dough and I wanted a chick, I'd be like, I'm going to find the finest looking chick from there and I'm going to go snatch her up and take her away.
Well, they're actually very, very good looking. They're like half, it looks like their ethnicity looks like they're half Chinese.
Lori, Lori, you probably shouldn't sit that way.
Lori has sexy legs. Look at your legs.
See?
Oh my God! Sorry, no.
Shut up. There's nothing wrong with showing. Your
I can
legs.
just see it now. If somebody's gonna leave a comment or make a video, you could see Bush.
There was no bush. There's no bush. I promise you. Promise.
Scotty has a bush on his face.
That's shorts. It's black
That's
shorts.
Too intimate.
It's black shorts.
Anyway, well, at least for some of the guys. All right, where were we? Somebody wanted to talk forward. I need a break, man. I'm overwhelmed. Jesus criminy. Mr. Mitch wants to mute us all and talk from the background.
Go back to immigration. I'll tell everybody the solution to the U.S. immigration problem.
No, we don't want to go to that. All right, I don't want to.
Scott, who is that in the background?
Immigration anymore. All I do is get irritated when I think about it. Just military. I don't care. I don't want to hear your fucking. Listen, he always comes up with these hair. You know what they should do? I know they're not going to do it, but if they did, I don't care about that. All I give a fuck about is the truth, the reality, what is going to happen. That's why I never watch horror movies anymore, like space alien kind of movies. I never watch them because I'm like, it's bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Really, I don't need you chiming in, okay? Please, I don't need you chiming in, Guillermo. Jesus Christ, I got like fucking 88 voices in my head right now.
Okay, as long as you don't talk to them, then it's all
No, I
good.
mean, like, I won't watch like Friday the 13th. I won't watch any of that because I'm like, so why the hell is he going to go to the back of the house? All he has to do is walk out, jump in his car, and get the fuck out of Dodge. Wait until it gets light, call the cops, and see what's going on in his house. Change the locks, do whatever you got to do. I mean, logic dictates that these movies are bullshit. So all I want to see is the reality. Like, what is it, No Country for Old Men? Hey, that was good. But when you start getting into these other, like the shit that he's talking about, you know what we should do? I think we should get the fuckers at the border to line them all up, and it's not going to happen. If they line them all up, they're going to put them in a van and they're going to send them to the hotel fucking Ritz.
Okay, Scott.
Biden's going to take them to the Ritz. Papua New Guinea, the women
putting on the Ritz.
All the guys hide for that week. Oh Jesus, I would hide there too probably, but who knows? Maybe they got some lookers there. Federal tax deadline for 2020 just got extended to July 15th. That's good. We need more women here.
I thought it was here. 17th. They delayed it.
I won't watch Friday the 13th because most of the cast won't make it to the 14th. Sicario was good. I did like that. Haven't watched that in a while. I like real movies. I like, like some fucking guy got shot. And, he got shot from 3 feet away or something by a 357 Magnum, and he lost his head. That's reality. That's the kind of stuff I like to watch. Anyway. Did we get all that out now? Have we finally... I feel like we vented. Purged. I don't want to talk about President Harris.
That was fun.
Listen, she's not my president. People can say Trump's not my president. Well, guess what? I can say Harris is not my president.
She's not president.
Yeah.
Harris is not our president or my president.
Like any president is my president. Listen, I rate them on each category of what I think. I
Chuck,
don't feel like, I'm going to pledge my loyalty.
You need to speak into the microphone, sir.
I don't believe in pledging my loyalty to any president. I just rate them on the issues that I care about. That's all I do.
How about you rate them on their performance?
As it relates to the issues that I care about. I don't have this sense of, I don't feel like I belong as a Democrat or a Republican. I don't have that identity. So,
what?
By the way,
I got fucking breaking news here. Ellen DeGeneres ratings in freefall since toxic workplace scandal. Listen, she's probably back there going, bitch, get your ass over there or I'm going to fire you in a minute. Honey, you will never work in this business again. She's probably doing that. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't, but she's been accused of it. Now she just like the guys who get accused of doing inappropriate things with women, yet there's no proof. Well, guess what? Same thing happens to her. I'm not crying over it, and I don't miss her.
You know what? My friend edited her sitcom
Chuck,
TV
you
show.
have to speak into the goddamn speaker.
My friend edited her TV show.
Jesus Christ, it's like you're whispering now.
My friend edited her TV show, and he said that she's a bitch, and he's never complains about anybody. My friend's won 2 Emmys, and he edited the video Thriller. So he said she's like one of the biggest bitches he's ever known in his entire life.
And who is that, Chuck? Is that Ellen?
Huh?
Is that why she did that sort of comeback like that?
No, he told me this 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
So what took so long for them to? But what took so long for them for her employees to come up?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just telling you only what my
Right.
friend said.
No, I get
And
it.
my friend's a sweet guy, and he gets along with everybody. Never complains.
It
They complain
usually
about
is,
her.
yeah. It usually happens to like the sweetest people ever. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
There
Good
we
info.
are. What?
Detective.
Oh, God.
How'd you like to use
All right,
that as a-
stay out of my ear, all right? I don't need Guillermo. Guillermo sits on the sideline.
I'm Ed McMahon.
Jesus, you ain't even Ed McMahon, I hate to tell you. You're nowhere near Ed McMahon. No. In your fucking dreams, you're Ed McMahon. The only thing resembling Ed McMahon is the girth. That's about it.
identify as Ed McMahon.
All right, will you shut up? Jesus Christ. You want to be, I tell you what, you can host the show if you want.
Who
Would
is
you
it?
like to do that? Jesus fucking Christ.
You know, I think it would be fun for Mr. Mitch to come on live. Yeah?
Well,
Come on.
maybe somebody will mute him.
No one would mute him.
I don't know. I mean, there could be somebody in the chat that might mute the part of the panel. It could be him.
Well, let them be, but let him speak because it seems like he has a lot to say. So enjoy, Mr. Mitch. Come join us, please. It would be fun for us
Wow,
to
Lori
have
is
the whole
almost,
family.
she's damn near, I don't want to say begging, but she's damn near, she's prodding you to come on. No. The world is not revolving around you, Guillermo. Jesus Christ, man.
Guillermo's so cute.
Mr. Mitch, get on the panel. Yeah, there you go. See, inquiring people want to know, man.
See? Yes.
Sky Trooper,
Totally.
thank you very much. Thank you for not forgetting this.
All right.
That while I'm going down there, I could go down there and just dig my feet in the fucking sand and not do shit. I could not turn on a camera. I could not stream. I could just scratch my butt, sit on the nice warm sand with the waves lapping at my toes, and not show you guys anything. But I'm going to go to some cool places. I found some really cool places, and
Cool.
it's gonna be a nice little ride this time. It's not going to be a little Ayutthaya trip. It's going to be. It should be pretty interesting. I ought to hit like 4 or 5 really cool beaches and bays and little inlets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So thank you
that'll
very
be
much
good.
for you.
That'll be
Yes, you should.
healthy. Yeah. That'll
Yeah,
be
but
fun.
let's get back on the subject that we were on, which
Okay,
is Mr.
okay.
Mitch.
All right. Sorry.
Death Row wants him up on. He wants you to get up on the panel, Mr. Mitch.
Yes, you did. I got Tom Petty.
Who is that?
That is me.
Let me guess. Link
Lulu
you.
is
Here you go. I'll link you.
Lulu is right
He wants to come on.
there.
He can come on.
Mr. Mitch coming online.
Mr. Mitch ain't nobody's bitch. Yeah, where's
Good
Lulu?
on you.
I'll even take the brand off here. Well, you know what? I don't really want it. I think I can have 8 people on at a time in this thing.
So Scott, how do people buy your mugs and T-shirts and stuff like that?
Buy what?
How do people buy your T-shirts and your mugs? How do they
They
buy
go
it?
down in the description. They click on the link.
Oh,
They
okay.
put the code anal swab in the when they check out. They get a 20% discount. Yeah, use
I
the
didn't
code
get a
anal
20%
swab.
discount. Why don't you tell me?
Chuck, where the fuck have you been? I've been saying it every stream 5 times a goddamn stream.
Oh,
Mr. Mitch is in the house, although he's not showing his face.
Can I get a refund and start over?
I'll tell you what, you can when you send back the mugs. They've already been shipped.
Anal swabs. Oh my
All right,
God.
hang on a second here.
Have you experienced post-traumatic stress?
All right, ask away, Lori.
Okay,
Here's your
ask
man.
away.
Oh, Mr. Mitch, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
No video.
Yay.
Okay, you ready? You want some video? I'll give you some video.
We got it. Can you turn up the? Let me see here. Oh, there he is. What the fuck is that?
That's funny.
Ah, that's my fucking mask.
Oh shit!
Here he
I
is.
like
Get rid of this
that.
thing.
Good job.
Oh, God. Will you stop?
Ah, this
I don't give a fuck. I'm busy.
How are we doing today?
It's a little creepy, but it's funny. It's
Yeah,
good.
We're doing fine here.
Welcome, Mitch.
I want to look at something here.
Thank you.
Is it
Good to
10?
be here.
Yeah, Mr. Mitch, I don't think I've ever seen you. This is like shocking.
Not a
I had,
Yeah, the same
We
here.
must be
I had a-
evening, huh?
I had a whole image of what you looked like in my head. No,
Oh no, really?
it's nothing like this.
Wow.
You're a
What
young
was
man.
it like?
You
I don't
want
know.
to?
I went
got-
What are you saying, Soy Dog
Here's
Cowboy?
my. Here's me on Koh Samui. I'll show
Didn't
you
see it.
that.
There you go. But he's got a green screen. Looking good.
Like
There
that.
you go.
You got a lot of sun.
This is me as a child.
What happened?
Very nice.
Me too.
And this is my calming one. Hello, Scott.
Oh,
You sound a little stressed today.
Hello, human.
Ah!
Stressed? Nah, I'm not stressed.
No, I'm
Not at all. In fact.
all right, I'll put my camera back on.
I'm
Longhorns.
just having no. Oh, it is 10. Yeah, it's 10, but 10 is professional. The only difference between the basic and the professional is that instead of having 720 HD, you can have full HD, and you can also get like you could have had an individual auto recording of Mr. Mitch. It could have been, here he is, the one, the only Mr. Mitch. You could have said something like that.
Hang on a
I could
second.
have done that. Oh, wait a minute. We're not allowed to do that on screen.
I'm joking. It's a light
Yeah, well,
bulb.
you're joking, but YouTube don't joke, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, Longhorns wanted to
Anywho,
see where Lulu was. So Lulu is right here.
let's
My
bring
little
Lulu.
girl.
Oh,
There's
Aw.
Lulu.
so cute. Lulu. Lulu.
My 14-year-old
Oh,
lab grandma.
oh my God! Look at that. Oh.
Yeah, she's my
Yeah.
little muffin.
Oh, I just want to smell that dog.
Steven, it's your
Oh,
late show. It's
just
the late
smell
show. It's
corn chips.
11:34.
Yeah, I need a haircut.
Soy Dog, just smell corn chips. That's what her feet smell like.
Freaking
They
love
smell like
dog.
Fritos.
How many of those you got?
Mm.
I got one of these.
Yeah.
Who's a good
Yeah.
boy?
Yeah, I got
Who's a good boy?
Oh,
You're a good boy. Arr.
Yeah.
Arr. Mm.
she smells like Fritos.
That's the best part of the stream right there.
Oh,
What's
I
that,
love
dog?
her.
Yeah.
Look at that.
My
Look at
little
Here
that.
it is. Here I thought it was me. All along, I thought
Can't
I
beat
am the
dogs.
reason
Can't
for
beat
this
the dogs.
stream. But the dog beat me out. Listen, Rin Tin Tin, used to be a star. So, I don't feel so bad. Looks like mine, except 9 times smaller.
Oh yeah, no, she's 14 years old. She's a black lab. She's about 80 pounds.
Chunky. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to butt in. Black Lab.
Black lab, 14 years old. She just turned 14. She's my
Wow.
grandma. And she is about close to 80 pounds. And she's healthy. I'm just very grateful.
Awesome.
Yeah. She's my love muffin.
Chunky Chuck are you eating again? Have you been eating this whole stream? You've been snacking?
I was eating vegetables.
Chuck is like you getting scoldings, yeah?
Yeah, he was eating some skunk bud.
My doctor, I'm having, because of my age, I'm having like a little bit of constipation problems. My doctor's made me drink like
Chuck,
9
speak
glasses
into the
of water.
microphone, please.
My doctor told me that I have to drink 9 glasses of water per day, and I have to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. So I've just been eating. See, it's vegetables, cucumber,
English cucumber.
I know
At
what
that.
it is.
not cookies. It's not marijuana cookies. Natural.
Yeah, I know. My wife eats those all the time. I eat them too. Did Chuck eat the microphone too? He must have been hungry. If it was smeared with a little, what was it? Chocolate peanut butter, the cookie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Those
the only
cookies
way.
were
You,
very delicious.
but yet you gave them away.
Yeah, give them away.
Well, at least you're giving them to a better home.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. He looked so excited. He looked like thrilled. He gave me many slices of pizza in the last like 15 years, and I never gave him anything. So finally, you know.
God, we got to move on from this. We have to move on. Jesus Christ. You wonder
Scott,
why I need breaks?
no, it's because you cut everyone's line.
I want the Starbucks people on the
I love
stream.
it.
That's what I want. I want to hear. Want them on the stream, and we can interview them and ask how they handle Scott.
Handle me? What?
Palanga.
Handle me?
Yeah. All right. Psychologically, how do they handle you?
They say yes, sir, no, sir, cop, cop, cop.
No, but I'm
cop.
talking about how they feel inside.
I don't give a fuck how they feel inside. That's the thing. It doesn't matter how they
we
feel.
give a fuck.
Listen,
We
Chuck.
want
Chuck,
it. We want
what
to
is
hear what they have to
going
say.
on feelings?
We give a fuck.
We do.
Fuck your feelings.
Not you.
And
fuck
fuck
your
their feelings too.
Fuck your feelings.
Oh, that's so
Listen,
funny.
no, listen,
But we
I'm
give a
polite to
fuck,
them.
Scott.
Just doing my head in. Listen, really, when it comes down to it, I'm nice to them. I'm polite to them. That's all that matters. They're nice to me. They're polite to me.
You are.
We've known each other for a long time. We've had our little talks about certain subject matters, but nothing inappropriate, nothing over the top. And we've talked about a few things here and there. Some of these girls, but at the end of the day, I'm a customer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a Starbucks customer. That's all. So, don't get your hopes up. It's not like I can guarantee you they're not going to be going, well, he used to do this and he used to do that. They got nothing to say. Well, what I want to know is their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations.
Okay, so
See,
do you
that'd
put
be
out
cool,
that
too.
kind of vibe, though? Do you put out that kind of vibe to them, though?
And not unless I
No.
pay them.
No,
They're not gonna do
you don't
it.
put out
They're
that
not
kind of vibe.
They're not going to do it unless I pay them. I can tell you that right now because they got things to do. They got their own lives. They're busy, man.
I want you to have Thai people on like every 2 weeks.
What?
Right? Like,
I want you to find some Thai people.
Underbelly.
I want
Listen.
Thai people on every
Right,
2 weeks.
I'm going to say one thing. Wait a second. Okay, go ahead. You guys
Diversity.
talk about yourselves. Watch this.
No.
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Diversity.
Go ahead.
I want some Thais on the show.
Yeah. And
All
I think
kinds.
that's where he's headed, though. I think that's where
There you
he's
go,
headed.
Tom.
Yeah.
Especially when you travel. Have some Thais on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because he can, not so much communicate necessarily, but he comes across as being very like he's not, like, how do you call that?
Not
You're very,
polite.
you're very polite, and you're very
Who?
open.
Who's
Scott
polite?
is. No, for real, he is.
Okay.
He's not very he's not in a, when we go to Klong Tui, he's the only person I ever want to go to Klong Tui with. No one else. No Andrew. No by myself. No anyone. Scott is the only one that I want to go to Klong
That's
Tui.
nice. God damn it, I keep creating these and then they keep fucking going away. I'm trying to do something here and it's going away. What is this?
By the way, Laura, you have a great background.
My messy room.
Well, no, but the wall, it looks great.
Thank you.
You need a light, though. You do need a light.
I do
Should
need a
open up
light,
those-
and I have a light. I have a light
I'm
right.
hiding.
I have a light right here.
Back on the wall.
But I have my room is so small. When I moved back home from Seattle, I moved back to my childhood room, and I have shitloads of stuff. So everything
What is it, the living
below
room?
this is storage. It's just a mess. I'm a mess. Thank
Wait,
you.
you're back in Seattle now?
No, I'm back in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put that up there.
I left Seattle in 2012 actually. To take care of my dad, my mom after my dad passed away. So yeah.
What is this? This is quiet? There's peace and quiet. We're only going to go another 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So get it all out while
When
you
it says
can.
10 minutes, it's usually 100 minutes.
What's that? Chunky?
When you say 10 minutes, it's usually 100 minutes.
It depends if I'm making money. If I ain't making any money,
Yeah,
2 hours is plenty.
Yeah.
Now he
Everybody
has
donate money.
now.
Coming in and
So you
Chuck
can
starts
keep
the
going.
chocolate.
No, but now he has
then
Mr.
it's
Mitch
okay.
now.
You know, I got a busy
put
day
people to
actually
sleep.
today because I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm
I
exhausted.
sense that.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
look like you're tired.
go
man.
rest, Adam. Go, yeah.
But we will see you soon. It's good to see you, Lori, and Chuck,
Yes.
and
Mwah,
even
mwah.
Mr. Mitch. What a
Take
pleasure.
care.
Of course,
Okay.
Scott. I'll talk to
Be
you later.
well.
Right.
See you
Thank
later,
you.
soy
Wow.
doggy.
Bye, soy
Adios.
dog. Mwah.
Chucky knows. What is this? Chucky knows? Chucky's nose? What? Oh, Chucky knows. What does Chucky know? He's still fucking eating this guy.
I have to
What are
eat.
you
Told me I
eating?
have to eat tons of vegetables.
I can't even
It
hear
takes
you.
me a
What are
long
you
time to
eating?
get
though?
down my
What
throat.
kind of vegetables are you eating?
He's eating
right
a
now I'm eating
cucumber.
cucumbers.
Where do you shop for your veggies?
At the supermarket, Trader Joe's.
Hello, yeah. That's fucking good. Have you found some chum soy and some some chum sao, or
Eat a recliner.
it's the Morning Glory in Thai, chum soy and some choy sum
I don't know.
vegetables, because they're in peak season right now.
Oh, I don't even know what they are.
It's like a Chinese broccoli, and then so that's choy sum, and then there's the ong choy, which is like the Morning Glory.
Reading long arms.
Shut up.
Scott
Hey.
is very interested in this conversation.
Huh?
Scott is very into this and interested in this
I
conversation.
can tell. I can.
I'm gonna
see
mute myself.
It's very serious. But the Chinese vegetables is good just to steam in like hot water, and then you just make a side little sauce with oyster sauce, fried garlic, and a little bit of dark soy sauce.
Yeah, they serve
Very
that in
good.
like every Thai restaurant. They serve that as an
Yeah.
appetizer or whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
they do.
Very good.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's very cheap here. It's only like $2. Like today, I just bought it for like not even $2.50 for a huge bunch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So,
It's good
Chucky,
for
where are
rec-
you going next?
You know what? I'm really heartbroken because I was going to the Olympics and Japan decided to cancel and not allow foreigners to come into Japan, so I can't go to the Olympics. I got all my money back from the airplane ticket, and I should get
Wow.
most of my money back for the tickets for the Olympics. Luckily, I had not booked any hotels. I was about to book like a tour for 20 days after the Olympics all over the different cities in Japan, but I didn't do it. So,
Wow.
So where are you going
I
instead?
wouldn't plan any big trips right now.
well, I'm going
honestly.
to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico on April 26th. And then after that, I have nothing booked, but I'll find something to do. I think I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. in May.
Speak into the
Did you know
microphone, Chucky,
that
please.
DC is headed to be the 51st state?
I heard it might be. I wonder what it
Yeah.
takes. Do you
Did
know
hear
what it
that,
takes
Scott?
to get that?
You heard that, Scott?
What? I can hear.
DC was planning on they're trying to make it a 51st state.
But how many votes does that take in the Congress and the Senate? Oh no,
Uh-oh. Lori's gone. What
I have
happened
no
to her?
idea.
that's not nice, Scott.
That sucks, Chucks. Would have been great to go. Hello,
Yeah, it
everyone.
would have been.
Johnny, how you doing? How you
Johnny,
feeling?
hello, Johnny. We can't even get rid of daylight savings time here.
Where are you?
U.S. I'm in Seattle.
Oh, okay. You don't want daylight savings time?
Shit, it's stupid. Yeah, just keep it the same. Who cares?
Hello, mate. You feeling better, Johnny? Lori got lost. Something happened.
Yeah.
The phone was dead or
Looks
something.
like
I don't know.
something just, yeah.
Something happened. Let's
Hopefully she comes back.
that. All right, there we go. All right, well, I'm sure she'll be back in a moment. Are you home now, Johnny?
Hey, Johnny Siam.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
So I hope everyone buys some of your T-shirts and your mugs because they're really cool.
Yes, because they get 20% off if they use the code anal swab.
And they're lucky because
Is that really the
I
code?
get nothing. I
Thank
get
the
nothing
Chinese for that. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I thought you were pulling my leg. That's good.
No, it's the code, man. Anal swab. Leave it to the Chinese. Listen, any freaking group of people who say, we're going to bend you over and stick something up your ass to make sure you're okay to come in our country, something's wrong.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
is just very wrong.
I can find people that will volunteer for that.
Yeah, but
What'd you
maybe
say,
they're
you
putting
volunteer for
something
that?
up there with that swab.
Well, yeah, who knows what they're putting out there?
Kind of scary.
You know,
Yeah.
what is this? Let's see
I
here.
think I would pay $10,000 to
You
watch
got to send it to
them
me,
do
didn't
that
you?
to Scott.
I had part 1 Pfizer on the 9th, and I'll get part 2 on the 30th of this month.
Cool. I got Pfizer. Well,
So far, so good.
yeah. I just got, for about 12 hours, my temperature went from 98 to 99. And I felt lazy. Not sick. I just felt lazy.
Was that
I
after the
didn't feel-
second one or the first part?
Second one.
Okay, yeah. I just had a
didn't-
little sore arm.
Yeah,
Bit.
my arm was not sore at all the first time, but the second time it was a little bit sore.
Yeah.
Lori just wrote and said that her laptop battery has died. So I don't know if she's going to be plugging in or what's going on. But that's all right. We only got 5 minutes left here. What if Thailand said take an anal swab and no quarantines? Not going to happen.
I'll do it.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yes.
Twice. No, just kidding.
Well, we know who's into the anal.
No, just kidding.
And I'm not talking
I'll
about giving. I'm
negotiate.
talking
I'll
about
say
receiving.
no health insurance either.
I'll tell you what, after my prostate exam the other day,
Oh, I
a
don't
couple
want to
months
hear it.
ago, Yeah.
Don't
I
talk to
tell
me
you
about
what.
that. Listen, I've had stuff up there. I've had the finger jammed up there. I've had the thing up my schlong. I've had all kinds of stuff done to me. And you know what? And as the longer I can get away with not having something stuck up in me
The better.
inside one of my orifices, the better I shall be. Because when
Yeah.
they start poking and prodding, listen, even the needles, they don't hurt. When somebody gives me a needle, when they give me a shot, it doesn't hurt. I don't care. I look at the needle.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
okay, but it doesn't hurt. I don't care. I've had a shot in the bottom of my foot with a big gauge needle. I've had all kinds of things. I've been in hospitals quite a bit. And I've had things stuck into just about every freaking orifice you can imagine. And like I said, the best thing to do is to go as long as possible with not having stuff stuck in you and on you and through you. And you're happier that way. Because when I start getting stuck with needles and prodded and having like little stents come out of my asshole and stuff like that, I start getting into a bad mood. And the nurses, I don't care how good looking they are, all of a sudden it's like, listen, look at this piece of steel that looks like a pig's tail coming out of my ass. Am I supposed to be in a great mood? Shall I smile for you? I just don't like it. I don't like hospitals, period. All right, Lori had her hand up.
Sorry. No, I had my hand up because I was just saying hello.
She's
Then I was back.
I'm back. She said.
Where's Johnny? I don't know if you saw him.
Lori, I love your
Those are
glasses.
medical experiences for me, nothing sexual. I'm
These
not
are
into the
like
whole.
I see Berlin.
They match your mirror in the background with the circles.
Oh, do they? Well, they match my fat face now because I have
Your face is
they're
not fat.
square. So I'm like all fat right now on my face. So it kind of just
It's not
balances
fat.
it out.
You say chubby. We're gonna start calling you Chubby Lori from Hawaii.
Please do, because that's
Like
exactly
chubby-
how I feel. Chub
Just like
chub
chubby, like,
ass Lori. I'm so disgusted in myself. I really am. When you go into like this past year, and I think that that's true for a lot of people who've been through kind of a lot of emotional roller coaster rides, whatever kind of ride you're on, and it's either like self-destructive or it's just trying to get better. But it's hard when you've been in a situation that you're not feeling very good about yourself and you're not feeling very good about your situation.
Yeah.
And you pray very hard to get out of it and to be at a happier space, And no matter how much therapy you've had, no matter how much talks you've had about trying to just be in a better space, it's all up to you on getting there. Really.
And you know what? I don't mean to be, make light of that or anything at all.
No. I would never take that from you.
When it comes down to it, how you feel most of the time.
Yeah.
It's you don't need to worry about how you feel. You just put one foot in front of the other, keep doing what is most important, and then everything else will fall into place eventually. Because, listen, I hate to say that phrase, but really, fuck your feelings. I love that phrase. Because when you think about it, it's like, I really feel that you're not talking to me enough or something like that.
No, you know what that is?
At the end of the day, when you go to sleep, as long as you have a good, you have you could say feeling, or, you have a good vibe or whatever about you, then I think that's what's most important. I don't think, I feel angry now. I feel irritated. How you feel doesn't fucking matter. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving on down the road and stop fucking worrying about how you feel. And I think, what's his name? David Goggins says that too. And I read some of his book. I haven't finished it yet, but and I like his attitude. His attitude is like, listen, I was running down the street and I didn't feel good. I didn't want to run. I felt like shit, but I just kept running because I was like, you know what? Who gives a fuck how you feel? You got a mission, get it done. accomplish it. You know,
Yeah.
I believe in
how
both.
are birds going?
I believe in both, Scott. I believe
I
your
don't know.
actions are
I don't know what
important,
that's about.
and also respecting how you feel are important.
Johnny
Sorry,
What?
raises quail.
One more time, Chuck. What did
I,
you say?
I said I think both are important to respect how you feel emotionally, but also you have to be able to also ignore it too to take action that's going to help you.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean.
Yes, absolutely.
Like spend,
Did you
you
say
know,
something, Mr.
spend 80% of your time taking
What's that?
action to help your life, and 20%
Here's my wrist that
seeing
healed.
how you feel.
Oh yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
all
I
that.
got a hip like that.
And you can
Wow.
take it all within yourself, right, Chuck? So can you put Chuck in the middle, Scott?
Yeah, I don't want to look at my. I like hiding behind your.
No, not that I don't want to see you in the middle. Can you put oh yeah, okay. So anyway, it really is about how you process everything and how you just heal, by processing you're healing, right? So
Mhm.
by doing that it's healthy for you. And then no matter what kind of situation you're placed back into, you
Be right back.
you feel better, because you're that much stronger. I don't know. To me, that's how it's been for me in this last year of just like freaking doing some serious healing.
COVID.
It's
The COVID has had.
no, it's not even about
I
COVID.
understand, but
Oh
the
my
COVID
God,
has
shut up,
exacerbated some
Scott.
things.
It's not even about COVID. It's about just
COVID.
where
I'm not
you're
talking.
at
I'm saying that.
mentally.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying
Yeah,
is that there's a lot of people who it has done a lot to them. Just the fact that they're not used to not being able to see their friends, their family, they're not being able to, just being able to go out sometimes when they want to. Some people it freaks
sure.
them out.
Yeah.
And listen, my sister told me that she got her first vaccination today, and she said, maybe I'll be able to go see, my mother, our mother and father. She'll be able to go and see them, because she hasn't gone and seen them for, like over a year now, because she and her kids, everybody, the family is very busy, and they're constantly mingling with other people.
Sure.
And so they're a bit of high risk. And so she finally got vaccinated. So hopefully they'll be able to. So, there's things like that. But, like, fortunately, like, my parents don't care. They're in their own little bubble anyway. And she's okay because she's very busy. But for some people, they're stuck at home and there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. They're stuck. It's like being in quarantine for some people for months. Remember, in the beginning, it was for months.
I think that's the majority of people, though. Unfortunately, I think that's the majority of people, as far as like where they're at right now, as far as like their limitations, their especially here in Hawaii, because the vaccination is very limited and there's not much going around, and it's more for the kapunas. The kapuna is means like obachang, grandmother, like your grandparents. Those are the ones that you really want to take care of first. And so that's why we have kapuna hours for shopping, for grocery shopping, so that they can be a little bit more protected.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And that's one of the beauties of living in Hawaii,
Yeah.
But it's all these tourists that come in here that they wear their mask like here and they shop
Hmm.
because they've tested negative, but yet they don't realize that they can still be a positive, like, so
Mm.
we and because the flights are so fucking cheap here, it's ridiculous. So we
The
have
what?
the flights are so cheap here. They're like $200. So you have all these people, especially more so from the West Coast and from Florida too.
Wow.
They come here, they barely cover themselves, and they want the world. And then they get pissed off and cause a scene when you tell them pull your mask up to your nose. It's been like that for like 2 weeks already. It's terrible. And it's unacceptable, completely unacceptable. So I don't know who they think they are, but I always tell them, I could be like your mother. I could be like your grandmother. So I try to get them on an emotional level.
Well, you know what? See, like Longhorns is saying, if my parents were alive, I would never let COVID keep me from seeing them for this entire time. And then Mr. Mitch says, oh, well, same here. Here's the thing. My parents are the ones who don't want her to come because they don't want to be put at further risk. They want her to get vaccinated
Well, that's
first.
good. Yeah, that's
She doesn't see them or she's letting it get in the way. They are, listen, my parents, they know a thing or two, and they've been around for a long time, and they don't want her and the kids coming over, not because they don't want to see them, but because they want to be safe.
Yeah.
In their minds, that's what's going to be safe. Wait until they're vaccinated,
Yeah. And the rules have been so aloof lately that it becomes almost like back to how it was before it ever happened. And that's not our reality, especially here. And especially not when I come home to my mom, who's 94 years or 90, who's going to be 93 years old, actually. And I'm still not vaccinated. So for these people to be so like insensitive, it takes me to a whole new levels. And I promise me, I promise
but
you,
a lot of times
I have no problems telling them and putting them in.
You have no problem telling them. But the thing is, Lori, is that in some places, people tell somebody, "Hey, what the fuck? You're not wearing a mask," and they end up getting stabbed or shot.
Yeah, that's
not.
So like, my
how
mother
it
is
is
like,
now.
I just stay away from
Isn't that
those
terrible?
people. I don't want to get close to them. I stay away from them, and
Yep.
that's it. I just stay away.
I hear you. I totally hear you. But being that Hawaii is predominant Asian and Polynesian culture, I think any kind of white supremacist would get killed at actually the entry of our door. Actually, yeah, no, it's because our nationality, the dominance of Asian Polynesian nationality here in Hawaii, that would never fly far. Because there's a lot of them that feel very much, they feel very, like dominated and feel very, very much like they could be that victim too if they were to live on the mainland. You know what I mean? But here in Hawaii, it's a little bit different because that's their little home, their home base. Yeah, it's a little different. Very different actually. Living on an island, I think. And did you hear that there were? Okay, so what do you think about DC being the 51st state? I think that's full of shit.
I want to know how they do it technically in the court.
I think
So do I, Chuck. I'm right there with you.
Does it take 2/3?
They want all the benefits.
51%.
It's like, what's the matter with being how you are? Everybody wants change and this and that. It's like, facts. Can't you accept how things are in some instances? How are they going to react to the action? Yeah. Come on, it's not white supremacy. A lot of people that don't wear masks are Democrats and Republican. They can't do it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter who wears
I'm
masks or
tired of
not.
this. That's
It-
why,
it's
listen,
both
it's good that
ways.
they're cutting back on the quarantine here. It's good that people are getting vaccinated in mass, and it's just good because you know what? I'm honestly, I've been sick of this whole topic of fucking COVID from like 3 months in. I was sick and tired of it, and now at the end, I'm like, I gotta walk around and it's hot as shit here,
Yeah,
and I'm
you have a
mask,
whole different
sweating my balls off. I
different
can't
view of
breathe.
things, right?
Yeah, my view is not very pleasant. And you know, the thing is that, you know, I try to be pleasant to people and be polite to people, but when it comes to wearing masks and all that kind of stuff, listen, I understand when you're in a certain place, you need to wear a mask. You don't wear the mask, you don't go in.
Yeah.
But when I'm walking around outside, they can all kiss my ass. Unless there's a lot of people, I'm not wearing a mask. They can eat shit, you know.
Oh,
I sit in the SoundCloud, I wear my mask, and I know there are like girls, like young girls, not wearing a mask, and I want to go to them. Hey, what the fuck, man? I'm an old man. I'm wearing my mask because you know it's supposedly the right thing to do. It's what people do here. How come you're not wearing your mask? But you know what? I don't want to be one of those who's like because really I don't want to wear it. I'm just doing it because I don't feel like getting any shit from anybody.
Oh my
So I
god,
don't
who
wanna
wants to wear it? It's so freaking hot, and it's so it brings out just you sweat around your mouth.
Mhm.
It's very uncomfortable to wear. But if it's gonna protect the other person, then so be it. You know, and that's just the protocol right now. And if people cannot follow the protocol, especially when they come here as a fucking tourist to Hawaii. Oh, that's why local people do not like. They don't like foreigners here because they don't. There's no respect. Absolutely no respect. They look at you like
Are you
talking
having a
shit.
rant, Lori?
I am because of what I've dealt with a lot. And Scott, this is just with 2 weeks.
You were talking about D.C. Longhorn says it's just like Puerto Rico saying it's going to become a state. Why would Puerto Rico want to go from friends with all the benefits to being married to a bitch? And all I got to say is, when you make a move, be careful what you wish for.
That's right.
Like D.C., Puerto Rico. Oh, I'm going to vote for Biden. Be careful what you wish for.
Oh God, yeah.
Because you might just get it, and then when you get it, you might be like, "Ooh, I fucked up."
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
And you
anyway,
know what?
I like
If
Biden.
you're not, oh, go ahead, Chuck. Sorry.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I love
Go
Joe
ahead, Chuck.
Biden. I met him in 2008. He's a sweetheart.
I
love
like him too, Chuck.
But I don't hate Donald Trump, and I voted 45% of the time I vote Republican. So you could say I like John Kasich, the Republican. I like Mitt Romney. I like John McCain.
As opposed to 46% or 43%. Jesus Christ.
I tell you this.
Oh,
So
This whole video doctor's appointments, you guys experienced that?
right. Oh, Mitch, it's so good to see you on
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it really is.
No, I just
Chuck, give me a cookie.
you got to go to your doctor, via video, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did the dentist the other day. Can you believe that shit?
The video. Oh, that's funny. That's
A
crazy.
dental appointment. Yeah, I messed up. I had to do my own tooth. See? Fucked
You
them
had
up.
to do your own what?
I had to fuck up my own teeth.
He made you. Oh my God. He's so
It's a
mental.
joke. I'm joking. Jesus.
I'm like, your
I'm
teeth
full
did
of
not
shit.
look like, because I'm such a teeth person. I'm like, your teeth did not look like that.
Yeah, here you go. Listen, Chuck, Longhorn says, you'd say the devil was a sweetheart if he was nice to you. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that too, Chuck. Vote for
Devil
Goofy.
went down
Can't
to
be
Georgia.
weird. Weird. Jesus
All right,
Christ.
Chuck and I are comparing our teeth.
All right, I gotta go. It's time to go. Get the fuck out of here. Right? I've been here for 16 minutes.
No,
Too goddamn
why are
long.
you ending this one? It's so funny right now.
You know, my 89-year-old father and I got our
things to do.
vaccine at the
People
same
say, I'm
place
gonna
at
have
the
to
same
cut you
day.
guys all off. It's been sweet. It's been nice.
Scott is like over it. He's like, fuck this. Fuck
I'm
all
done.
you
He's like,
guys.
this is over
Thank
2
you for
hours.
the entertainment. Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm not somebody who like,
Longhorns. Yeah, that's a
I
good
gotta
one.
go. See you guys later.
Love,
It's been
love,
real.
Scott. Mwah, mwah,
I always
you
think
guys.
mwah.
Mr. Mitch would be in a body cast or a wheelchair. Yeah, I thought, didn't you have a brain thing or something?
Yeah, I had an MRI last week actually on that pituitary tumor that's back. I haven't heard yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good luck.
well, good luck with
Good
that.
luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Mitch.
Thank you very much.
Really.
Very much so.
Richard Gallagher, later, Mr. Richard.
Peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Mitch. Appreciate it. I will
Oh, yeah,
see you
yeah.
later.
Totally.
Arrivederci. Boom. Chubby Lori from Hawaii. You now have the name.
No,
It
she doesn't
shows
look
right
chubby.
there.
I'm totally okay with that. I
looks
do
thin.
not think
There it is right there. Well, maybe that'll motivate you. I don't
you
know.
can give me that. Chubby Lori from Hawaii.
If
I'm
you don't want it in
totally
there,
okay.
it's easy to take out. It's not a problem. Johnny Siam says goodbye, Johnny. You take care. Let me know how you're doing. I'll try to keep abreast of things, so to speak. And Lori,
Chuck,
I will talk
I
to you
miss
later.
you.
See you
Chuck,
later.
he loves you. All right, we'll
Bundy.
talk to you later.
Mwah.
Bye
I got
bye.
a busy day. Arrivederci.
Aloha. Uh-huh.
Aloha. Chucky, put the
Yes.
focus on you. You know, I've been up since Mr. Allen. How's it going? I've been up since 2:00 in the morning. It's now 11:25. So forgive me if I'm a little on the impatient, cranky side.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm at the point now. I got a lot of shit to do today, so that's the only thing. I'm a bit pressed for time. I got things to do, people to see, important. You know,
Well, remind everyone to check out your cool stuff for
what's
sale.
that? I can't
Remind
hear you.
everyone to check out your
All right,
cool
later,
stuff
dude.
for sale.
Oh yeah, yeah. Please remember that you got the anal swab is the code for the T-shirts and mug. That's anal swab. It's down in the description, I believe. You get 20% off when you use that. You got my books. You got the PayPal. You got the Cash App. You got the YouTube channel membership. You got the Patreon patron. And you got the Apple Money, which is fantastic. So there's all kinds of ways if you want to help support the channel. I'll be in Krabi, and I will be gone for the next week or so. I'll be down in the south, so please join me. And that's all I have. Yes, Johnny, take it easy. Mr. Mitch, take it easy. Longhorns, take it easy. And Mr. Chucky Cheese, I will talk to you later.
All right. Thank
I
you.
refrain from those cookies.
Oh, they're gone.
All right. Don't get them anymore. Don't get any more. We'll talk to you later. All right.
Bye.
Arrivederci. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. And it's been grand. So until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in the mall Bangkok in Bangkok, Thailand. Starbucks, no less. Until next time, Chokbi, Jerken Mai, all that good stuff. And I'll see you. The next time I see you, I believe I'll be in Krabi, or I'll be somewhere else down there in the south on some beautiful beach, hopefully. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao. Chokbi, Jerken Mai. Arrivederci. Bon voyage.